In video number 3, the first question I would like to ask you is that one of your books, Religious Affairs, was published in 2008. Now, what do you think have been the major changes and developments in the topic covered by that book in last 15 years?
The book was titled Laws of India on Religion and Religious Affairs. Since the beginning of the present century, I had been participating in many global conferences in various parts of the world on religion-state relations, the relationship between state, law and religion. And I found that there were very good books on this subject in relation to some Western countries. For example, there was a book on law and religion in America, law and religion in Europe, law and religion in UK. So I decided to write a book on law and religion in India. And this is how this book was published in 2008 with a foreword by Justice Krishna Iyer, and it was released at a grand conference here in Delhi by the Chief Justice of Malaysia, visiting Chief Justice of Malaysia. He released that book. This book covers the issue of religion and law in India, and with reference to the Constitution of India, to the laws relating to religious conversion, the laws relating to the management of religious institutions and religious organizations, temples and shrines, and then the religious content in the family law. The book was highly appreciated and received very well in legal circles both in India and abroad. In fact, more abroad than in India. It's now a part of the syllabi in most of those universities where law and religion is taught as a subject, as a postgraduate subject or as a research subject. It is taught there. Since then, it was 2008 and now 15 years have passed, and I have not been able to revise this book. And usually my publishers, they revise my books after 5 years. So after 5 years, that was 2013, they had asked me to revise. And I started revising it, but then there was a major change of guard at the center, the entire central dispensation changed. And after that, the developments in the field of law and religion have been enormous, very difficult to cover in a page, in one book. And also, the frequency of changes being made in this respect, they also made my job difficult. And so I have not yet been able to revise it, and I have now no mind to revise it.
Coming to another topic you chose was amid gods and laws. Now, what led you to select this topic?
No, this was not a subject. It's my memoir, my autobiography. And in this book, I have, it's an autobiography, but a thematic autobiography, not when I was born and where I was born or why I was born. But it's a thematic autobiography where I have described my experiences with the votaries of law and votaries of religion, both of whom have terribly disappointed me in my long career in the legal field. And so in the title, by gods, I mean people of religion, those who swear in the name of religion, and by lords, I mean the lawyers, though judges, lawyers, and so it's a sort of a symbolic title amidst gods and lords. It means my life with the people of religion and people of law, and I have frankly narrated in it my experiences with legal institutions, with legal teaching, with lawyers, judges, and religious scholars and the clergy.
Undoubtedly, it is interesting and makes one curious about the title. Now, I would like to know, according to you, in your views, what should be the relationship between the religion and the state?
Let me first add to what I said about my autobiography. The first edition of that autobiography, Amidst Gods and Lords, was published by Amity University in 2005. But later in 2016, a second edition has been published. A second edition of my autobiography has come out, published by leading law publishers LexisNexis, and there is a world of difference between my first edition and the second edition of my autobiography, which reflect the changes in the religious and legal scenario in the country. Now, I have studied the religion, law and state relationships in various parts of the world, and I have concluded my personal opinion is that there should be no role for religion either in state affairs or in the matters of law. The state should be absolutely non-religious, non-partisan, should not have anything to do. Why should the judiciary, this apex court of a country should decide whether this is a mosque or that was a temple? These questions should go to the court, and the court decide on what basis, what speciality or expertise they have in such matters. I think that the courts in any country on earth should not be authorized to deal with religious issues, and the state also should be totally irreligious, should have no role in matters of religion to play.
Professor Saab, you have articulated your views quite clearly, and that brings me to the end of this video, and in the next video I would seek your views and the impressions that different persons created on your mind and in your life and career. Thank you.